.org, the War and Peace Report. I'm Amy Goodman with Juan Gonzalez. When we were broadcasting yesterday in the morning next to the Port-au-Prince airport, right in the property of the airport, we were surrounded by a sea, a map of the world of search and rescue teams, their national flags blowing in the wind. We saw Puerto Rico, Costa Rica, Britain, France, South Africa. We walked over to talk to the group that was closest to us, right behind us, right near Costa Rica. It was the French rescue workers. We talked to the head of the group. They're called Rescuers Without Borders. His name is Jean-Philippe Oustalet, who described the remarkable rescue that happened just 2 days ago of a 25-year-old Haitian woman, an accountant, who was buried under the rubble in a store for 7 days. He describes what happened.
Yesterday, on a trouvé une femme de 25 ans.
We found a woman of 25 years old.
On l'a vue à peu près, on l'a entendue, on l'a localisée à midi.
We localized what?
À midi.
À midi?
Ouais. 12 o'clock.
We found her at 12 o'clock in the morning.
Et ensuite, on l'a sortie à minuit, 12 heures, 12 hours.
We left at midnight.
12 hours pour les...
And it took 12 hours to get her out.
And where was she? Which part of Port-au-Prince?
Où est-elle? Où était-elle?
Elle était, c'était un supermarché.
She was in a supermarket.
Et depuis 7 jours,
for 7 days,
elle était dans un endroit 1 mètre, dans 1 mètre, caché sous 3 dalles. Il y avait 3 étages.
She was in a place where there were 3 stories.
Disons qu'elle était à 1 mètre.
She was about a meter away.
Et on pouvait toucher, we can touch his hand.
We could touch her hand. Yeah.
But c'était trop tassé.
But it was too tight.
Et on pouvait pas la sortir encore.
We couldn't get her out.
Et
you could talk to her.
Il fallait travailler, can work, pour pas que ça s'écrase. Donc il a fallu consolider.
We had to consolidate it with support so it wouldn't crush her.
You could talk to her.
Tu peux parler avec elle?
Avec oui.
Elle.
Ah oui, elle parlait français.
What was she saying to you?
Yes.
Elle nous racontait, elle venait, his job is comptabilité.
She's an accountant.
Elle venait, she come to buy food.
She had come to buy food.
Quand c'est tombé.
When it fell down on her.
She did not have food or water.
No food, no water.
No.
No food, no water. Incroyable.
Incredible.
Une force, une envie de vivre.
She had a desire to live.
J'ai jamais vu ça.
I've never seen that.
What did she say to you when you could touch her, she could talk, but you couldn't yet free her?
On lui a expliqué qu'on était là. Dès qu'on a touché, ça a été merci. Alors qu'on n'est pas là pour avoir des merci.
We told her that we could get her, and she was saying thank you, but we told her we weren't there for the thank yous.
How did it make you feel?
Comment votre sentiment?
En tant que I'm a succorist, it's 20 years who come all the catastrophe.
I'm a search and rescue specialist, which has come for 20 years to all the catastrophes.
And, it's my better day, because I have found a lot of cadavers.
I found a lot of cadavers.
And when you found one life, fantastic.
Your best day? Your best day?
My best day. After, and of succorist, because I have 3 best day when I know my wife and when my 2 children was born, and after yesterday.
Jean-Philippe Oustalet, head of Rescuers Without Borders, the team that had come to Haiti. Yes, one of the best days of his life, he said, in this horror show that is the earthquake that has rocked Haiti to the core. The figures now, Juan, are something like, 2 million people perhaps homeless, either their homes destroyed or afraid to return to their homes. The numbers of people dead, we can't even know.
No, I don't think it will ever be known, the exact number dead, because in a situation like this, with so many bodies being buried in mass graves and the record keeping in Haiti, not at the level here as in the United States or other countries, it may be impossible to really tell the actual number.
They're saying they've actually counted so far 75,000, something like that, bodies, but they're saying it could be 100,000, it could be 200,000. An entire country rocked by this horror. And the question is how they recover in two ways. One is the natural catastrophe, and the other is the infrastructure of Haiti. You yourself experienced an earthquake. When we were with Jean-Philippe Oustalet at the airport, right after we did the broadcast here, we didn't even know the level of what's called an aftershock, which is actually an earthquake, that took place earlier in the day when we were unfortunately inside a house for a moment. It took place as the whole place rocked. And as we ran out, people were screaming, crying, hugging each other. But he talked about that. He said that they were going out yesterday because they didn't know how many people had died or were trapped in the rubble from that.
Well, and not only that, but the aftershocks sometimes are even more terrifying than the original earthquake. I remember in covering the Northridge earthquake in California more than a decade ago now, and I got there hours after the quake had occurred, and was actually in my hotel room writing a story, on 10th floor of a hotel writing a story, when all of a sudden an aftershock hit and the entire building started swaying. And I had not experienced the original earthquake, so I was not even aware what was happening until I rushed out into the hallway and saw one of the maids in the hotel who had actually been in the first earthquake, and she was essentially totally catatonic. She was on the floor yelling and screaming because she realized it was coming again. And that sense that the catastrophe that you've already been through is being visited on you again, those aftershocks can be even more psychologically terrifying than the original quake.
So you have